Keeping up the annual tradition of items I own on sale, this is the accessories edit, which is going to be centered around jewelry, shoes and bags. I'll have timestamps down in the description box below, as well as a link to a blog post where I will be keeping you updated on all of the best Black Friday sales this season. A reminder that you do not need to buy anything this Black Friday if you do not need it, you don't have the budget, or you just feel overwhelmed. Give the sale a miss. Boxing Day sales are literally around the corner. They are 4 weeks away, and I think that that also gives you the space to actually think about what it is that you might like to buy, if anything at all. The purpose of this video is as an informational resource so that you can really see how things move on the body, how they wear and tear over time, and also what I would recommend, what I think is worth spending money on. So we're going to dive right into it. We're going to start off with jewelry first. And if you watch my jewelry collection video, then you'll probably be familiar with a lot of the items that I'm going to pull out here and highlight. And I'm going to link that one up in the cards, as it's a really good overview of the things that I personally really love. But there are just a handful of brands that I want to highlight. So we'll start off with Jewellery, and they just do one sale a year. It is always for Black Friday, so this is the only time that you can save. And I mention this every single time, but my hands down favorite piece is the heirloom ring, which has the garnet stone. I just think that this looks really special, and for me it's something that I think I was drawn to because it reminded me a lot of a ring that my yaya has. I'll do a side by side so you can see the inspiration. A lot of celebrities have actually been pictured wearing this, so you know, they've got great taste. Then my other favorites from Jewellery would have to be the pave diamond necklace, which is really dainty. And the thing I like about this is that the chain does not move around at all. So the little diamond pendant stays firmly in the center of your chest. And then I also really love their little 14 karat gold hoops. They do so many different huggy styles, and I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. Linjer is next, and you'll know that I'm a big fan of their lab grown diamond collection. If you don't know what a lab grown diamond is, basically scientists have been able to replicate the formation process of a diamond. So it is carbon and then pressurized, and then it creates these diamonds. They're cut and shaped and then set into jewelry pieces. So when you buy a lab grown diamond, you know it is 100% conflict free, and it also has all of the same properties as a mined diamond. So I would say probably my number one piece that I've been talking about a lot recently is the Evelina ring, and this almost has an old world feel to it. It has the morganite stone in the center, which is really pretty. It's this kind of pale peachy pink, and then the lab grown diamonds to the exterior. Kind of reminds me of something that Lady Diana might wear. I'm also a big fan of the Hella floating diamond ring, which is a recent addition. You'll know how much I love my Mathilde pearl drop earrings. These ones are gold vermeil, but they hold up really well over time. They're a really nice creamy color. Again, another recent one are these opal huggies. These are 14 karat gold, so they're really robust. You can sleep in them, bathe in them, exercise in them. They're not going to tarnish. They're just going to look immaculate. Basically, this is the type of jewelry you'll wear forever. We all know how much I love Pamela Card, and I think the thing that she does the best are statement earrings. My two favorite pairs of statement earrings are both Pamela Card. Now, I've got these silver ones, which almost look like crumpled paper, and then they do have the textured finish to them, which is really stunning, and they're all wax cast as well, so they have this real old world feel to them. I love that Pam is using these kind of more ancient techniques in order to create her jewelry. And then we also have the Bayer Cannon earrings, which are these teardrop earrings. These kind of remind me a little bit of Bottega, but again, they have that more vintage element to them. Just absolutely stunning, and they feel quite weighty, but they are hollowed out, so they're not too heavy on the ear. Arms of Eve is a bit of a recent discovery for me, and I especially love this little chain bracelet. They have some really gorgeous earrings and stuff on their website too, but this is the real standout for me because it's quite chunky and it adds some weight to the wrist. This one is gold vermeil, really easy to take on and off. And then my final jewelry favorite that I have to mention is from Monica Vinader, and I've been wearing their jewelry for many years now, and I think this bangle here has to be one of my favorite things that I've added to my stash from the brand. It just has this beautiful organic shape. It is reasonably lightweight. It has the clasp opening, which means it's very easy to put on by yourself, which we love because anything that's got the round clasp closure can be very difficult, challenging to put on alone. And then I also really love these little hoops as well because they're more of an oval shape, so they have a bit more length through them, and again they're this really nice organic shape, and these are 18 karat gold plated pieces. Black Friday is obviously a good time of year to be buying those more big ticket items for your wardrobe, and a good handbag generally tends to fall into that category. So I want to do mini reviews of some of the bags that I know will be on sale. We have to start off with what is probably my favorite bag edition of 2024. And if you've been on the fence about this one, now's the time. This is such a great handbag. It's Madewell bucket tote. It has this great buckle detail here. Otherwise, it's very minimal in design. A really soft, slouchy leather, which I think is very evident here just from me holding it. I still need to figure out how on earth I'm going to repair this here because my son dragged the bag along the ground. But we love her. She fits everything in here that I could possibly need when I'm going out for a day with my 2 kids without looking like a baby bag. And that is the thing I love about this. It fits a laptop. This is the bag I take with me when I'm going traveling. You can adjust the strap and wear it crossbody, but I do find, especially having a longer torso, that the strap still feels a little bit on the short side for me. But if you are petite, that's definitely a good option for you, but cannot go wrong. This is a great option, and it's no wonder why you're seeing so many people wearing this at the moment. Another bag brand that I absolutely love is Sabin, and you'll know that I do work with them on a monthly basis, so I get to play with all of their pretty samples. But I have a few bags in my wardrobe, and the cocoa and the woven leather is still to this day one of my favorites. One has really special memories attached to it because I took this with me when I went to Dallas a couple of years ago, so I had so much fun on that trip and made all those memories with this particular bag. But also she adds so much texture into an outfit. I mean, Sabin bags are beautiful quality, and I think that the value is just so much more than what you are paying in terms of the price. So it's a really robust leather that holds up really well, and they're very functional too in terms of all the straps. You can really customize them to suit you. They have the cotton twill lining. Even the interiors, the way that they've been designed is very thoughtful and intentional. Ro, the designer, has really just thought of everything when it comes to compartmental organization, and I love that. So this dinky little bag from Oleata. Oleata have a sale on at the moment. I think it might be 25% off site-wide if memory serves me, and I really love this one because it's almost like a little vanity bag, and it does come with a crossbody strap. But in the cutaway, I'm showing you how you can style it using a silk scarf, which I think is such a great little styling hack, a way that you can make something like this feel a little bit more unique, a little bit more interesting and different. The quality of this leather is so beautiful. It's a really lovely pebbled leather. Again, it feels really robust. Like I can scratch my nails up and down it. It's not going to get damaged. It's a really good sort of a size for every day, just for the essentials. It just has the zip closure at the top. I believe that the discount is across all bags. I also really love their Echo bag, which is a belt bag, but you can also wear it as a shoulder bag, a crossbody. That one is in a high shine glossy leather, almost like a patent finish, though it is a lot smaller than this one because of the curve. It's a little bit more awkward to put things in, so that's why I would recommend this over the other style, but both are gorgeous. I know everyone is obsessed with the Ro right now, which is why I wanted to mention this bag here from Monero, which has definitely taken some heavy inspiration from the Margot bag, which, can we just say, $10,000 plus Australian for a bag is obscene. And if you can't tell, designer luxury bags have definitely lost their luster because there are so many amazing mid-price bags out there, which is why I tend to gravitate towards them. But one thing I do want to mention about this bag is that it is a top handle. Same goes with Margot. So you can't actually wear it over your shoulder. You're going to have to carry it in your hand. So if you load it up with a lot of things, it's going to get really, really heavy. You can see the opening here is just with this little thin belt, and then the interior is lined in cotton twill. It's got a little zipper, but otherwise it is just one large open compartment. It's held its shape reasonably well, and I think that's probably down to the way that the leather has been treated, so it's got a bit of rigidity to it rather than being super soft and slouchy. So if you crave structure in your bags and you love this sort of a look, this could be a great option. It's got a really firm base actually as well, because it does have some additional support across the base. So that one is from Monero. Next bag is my J. Crew bucket tote, which is actually the one that I've been using most recently. And I bought this because I love my Madewell one so much, and I felt like this was a very similar shape, and I didn't actually check the dimensions on it before I bought. I also was really drawn to the snake python leather. I don't know if this exact one is available anymore, but it does come in a leather and suede option, which is going to get super slouchy and worn in over time. It has a cotton twill lining. This is a nice bag and it has grown on me. I like it more than I did when I first unboxed it, but I say this with a caveat that the strap is too short. It needs to be a little bit longer in my humble opinion, because I find that it just sits too close under the arm. So I wanted to mention that because I haven't seen anybody address this online, and so when I bought it I didn't realize that that was a thing. Everyone's just gone on about how great it is, and yes, it is a great bag. It is really stylish, really chic. I love the little tie here that kind of pinches it in at the top, and it does fit a decent amount, but no one's mentioned that. The leather quality is exceptional as well. Mine is looking immaculate. So another really beautiful bag. Then we have the Senreve Mini Maestro bag, and I talk a lot about versatility in clothing, and I love when we can also bring that into our accessories as well. So this bag here can be worn on the shoulder, it can be worn crossbody, or alternatively you can adjust the straps and wear it as a backpack. So a lot of different ways that you can wear it. The leather is a really nice kind of thick, rigid, pebbled leather, and the colors they have this in are really, really stunning. The opening is very secure too, because not only do you have the press stud here, but you also have a zipper, and then the interior is this really lovely high quality micro suede. So an absolutely beautiful bag. It does have some nice organization in there as well, and it comes in a few different sizes. I've recently been using this and it's just a good size for every day. I've just been using it with the top handle more so, or on the shoulder. I feel like it would be remiss of me to not mention the fact that this bag is quite heavy before you even put anything in it, but it's because the leather is so thick, and that's what gives it this really nice structure and shape. Let's end things with shoes, because if you know me, you know that's my ultimate style kryptonite. And if you've been wondering what this is behind me, this is actually my shoe storage from Sagittine. So first pair, Madewell. Again, I mean, this is the same chocolate raisin color as the bag. These Mary Jane flats are so gosh darn comfortable. I have worn them so many times. They're shaping up to be one of my most worn shoes of 2024. They are really comfortable. I mean, they don't have lots of support in the sole, and I think that that's just a common bugbear with ballet flats or this sort of style shoe in general, but the leather is incredibly robust. There is basically next to no scuffing on these, and I have not been delicate with them at all. The elastic means that they stay firmly on my foot. It's really stretchy as well, and it doesn't dig in. So these are amazing. I have seen some bad reviews on these, and I don't know if that means that maybe there is discrepancies between the type of leather that they've used for the different colors, and that is common within a brand. One item in one colorway can be amazing and then maybe not quite so good in another color, so do keep that in mind when you're shopping. But chocolate raisin is a great color. I got the US 10, which I'm not quite sure why. I think the 9.5 would have been better for me, as I do have a bit of room at the toe, but they don't feel overly big. My Vanelli two-tone pumps in the pudding color gave up the ghost so long ago, and I just kept trying to make fetch happen, and it was not. Like, they basically almost had a hole in the sole because I'd never bothered to get them resold, which was a big mistake on my part. But you know, they had seen things. They'd seen downpours and all sorts. And I finally replaced them this year with these little two-tone flats from Joe Mercer. They don't quite have the same heel height to them, but they've still got a little bit of lift. And they do have that same two-tone design, but slightly more of a pointed toe, which I feel like suits my shape better. And based on the kibby body typing that I feel like many people have sort of associated me with, which is dramatic, I tend to suit these more angular, sharper features in shoes, which it makes sense because I feel like a round-toed shoe never looks quite right on me. They are a lighter color too, with the off-white. It's almost got a bit of a gray tinge to it. Love these, super duper comfortable. Joe Mercer shoes are always great. These are from the DOM, so they were already discounted, but you might be able to get them discounted further because they have been running quite a few different promotions in November. I no longer have the same bandwidth for uncomfortable shoes as I did in my early 20s. Shoes need to be comfortable and things I can wear on my feet all day without feeling like I need to tear them off my feet. I was really thrilled to find these shoes here from Air Label, which is on the Iconic. They were already on sale when I bought them, and I think they're discounted further. They come in black as well, but this cherry red just adds that bright little pop to an outfit. The squared off toe feels really modern. These have that caged effect, very similar to my Jill Sander Agnoletto sandals, and also there's a very similar style from the Row, I think, that have the same kind of a vibe, but really comfortable, and I think excellent value for money because they were under $40 and they're real leather. If you want something with more of a pointed toe that feels a bit more dainty and a bit more dressed up, the fast heels from Tony Bianco are great. These ones I got in the silver, and I like that they've got the black contrast heel. Again, not an incredibly high heel, so they are very, very walkable, though they don't feel quite as easy to walk in as the Air Label ones, if I'm being completely honest here. These do fit true to size. I got an AU9 and I'm usually an AU40, and yeah, I think these are a great sort of a fancy evening shoe. Let's do more strappy sandals, and I've just spotted there are Paw Patrol stickers on the bottom of these. Emery, this is an Australian brand, and I've wanted to buy shoes from them for so long, and I finally got these when Leicester Store, which is based in Adelaide, did a 30% off promo, and I love them. They've got a bit of padding in the sole. The thing that made me spring for these is actually the fact that they've got a really wide toe bed. Like, you can see how wide the actual sole of the shoe is, which is a bit of a rarity with these more dainty styles. Like, I would love to buy some sandals from Essen, but I've heard that they run quite narrow, and I've just had so many experiences recently where I've bought a dainty 90s minimal style sandal, but then I found that I've had basically an entire toe split across both sides overhang on the shoes, and that's just not cute. I've got wide feet, and I feel like they've spread more since I've gotten older, and also just since having kids. Anyway, these more dainty strap sandals do tend to be a little bit more delicate than something that has a wider strap across the foot, but I'm quite happy to take the risk because of how good these look on. I've seen 80 discounted at a few different retailers, so I'm just going to highlight the two pairs that I have from them. We've got the Delia pumps, which are in this beautiful soft Napa leather, actually pretty robust, have a nice little heel, the interesting detail being the high vamp and also just how tightly curved it is. I really love wearing these because of how comfortable they are, due to the softness of the leather. Like, it is so supple, and it has really kind of created this glove-like effect on the foot. I mean, I adore these so much. The chocolate brown in particular is gorgeous. I will say though, I think it's at Sam Edelman maybe, or Jeffrey Campbell, they've done an affordable alternative to this. I'm going to link that one down below, because even on sale, the affordable alternative is much cheaper. But I am really thrilled with this purchase. Then we also have the Uma flats, which I had someone message me and say that they looked really tired, and am I not sad that my shoes look that way after spending so much on them? And I want to reiterate this point that I've said quite a few times in my videos, but if you are not prepared to love, cherish, like the way that a shoe looks after it has been lived in, after it has kind of seen things, experienced things with you, made memories with you, then you shouldn't be buying it in the first place. Like, our clothing should be loved and worn, and while things look great when they're brand new, they tell a story when they have been worn. So yeah, I do have some wear here on the toe from where the kind of lacquer from the patent effect has worn off, but I'm going to take them to the cobbler actually this week because I need to put a taupey sole on them. I really like these shoes. I find them personally very comfortable, even as someone who has wide feet. I feel like the leather has given a little bit. It is really, really soft. To me, these have been 100% worth it. Tony Bianco actually does a more affordable alternative, which is basically the same shoe. So I'm going to link that one down below too, as I think that one's on sale as well. Finally, let's run through hyper comfortable shoes that are great for walking everywhere. The Everlane Day Gloves. I mentioned these last year, mentioning them again now because they are just a brilliant shoe. They have actually changed the design of these, so now they suit a wide foot. So where I used to get the US 10 because I found that the regular width of the shoe was just too narrow, now the 10 is actually a little bit roomy on me, and I would have been better taking my usual Everlane shoe size, which is a 9.5. I'm a European 40 in designer shoes for sizing reference. But the leather on them, it is so soft, it really just molds to the shape of your foot and becomes like a second skin, and I cannot recommend these enough. I have found that the black pair has held up the best out of all of the different colors that I've added to my wardrobe over the years, so that is what I would recommend. They have this nice kind of gummy sole as well, which is anti-slip. Finally, we have Vivaya, and I really like these Mary Janes that they do. I think they are so incredibly comfortable. The red pair is in my current capsule actually. They again have the anti-slip sole, which is great. They have all of this cushioning in the insole. They have the cushioning at the heel too to prevent blisters. These are good if you have wide feet because they are made from a yarn, so they do give over time. And actually, I like the fact that you can throw these in the washing machine. So even though they're a yarn, if they get dirty, you can easily kind of clean them up just with a quick wash. And I mean, this cherry red color is just so fun, but also this woven pair which has the gold thread running through it is really pretty as well. It adds so much texture to an outfit. I really love these shoes if you can't tell. So that wraps up the accessories edition of items that I own on sale. I hope that you found this informative and helpful, just getting a closer look at some of these pieces that I have in my wardrobe, especially if you've been eyeing any of them up. Remember, don't buy anything if you feel overwhelmed, you can't afford it, you don't need it. it's fine to skip the sale. There will be another one just around the corner. There always is. Thank you so much for spending some of your day with me. I hope you're having the most fantastic week, and I will see you soon with a brand new video.